I think Mirthwood has the potential to be the next fresh, big indie RPG people have been waiting for. It's got all the usual stuff like combat, quests, adventure, and then there's the cool stuff. Changing seasons, a morality system, game-wide events that affect your crops, the economy, and even the NPCs. I'm gonna give you all the rundown in this video and hopefully get at least some of you aboard the hype train if you're not riding it already. The game is coming out on September 11th, only about a month away at this point, and there's also a free demo you can try out on Steam if what I say here piques your interest. Over 100,000 people have already added it to their wish lists, so I think it's safe to say that a lot of us are looking forward to this one. So then, let's start at the very beginning with character creation. Of course, you have all the usual cosmetic stuff, hair, eyes, skin, body type, but the real choice comes from the background you select, including your origin, class, and profession. These will slightly change your stats and affect what certain characters think of you. The way you dress will also sway public opinion. People won't want to talk to you if you're dirty, wearing rags, or they may be scared if your armor is just a little bit too intimidating. The way that your character is perceived is a very important part of Mirthwood and is directly tied to your morality and renown, which can go up or down depending on your actions. And it honestly seems like this system goes pretty deep, potentially opening up new opportunities and shutting others down just as easily. Related to this are your various affiliations with different factions, traits that may be applied to items and weapons you come across, and the skill cards you add to your deck when leveling up. It's kind of a lot to take in, but just know that you have tons of flexibility when it comes to building your character and role-playing as really whoever you want to be. Now let's talk a bit about the world that you'll be exploring. Mirthwood has 7 different regions, each with multiple biomes, from frozen peaks, stinky swamps, meadows, forests, and bustling towns. You arrive here a war refugee looking to build a new life in the free lands. And this new life will include a variety of things to do, building up your homestead, farming, completing tasks for the people you meet, trading, fighting, socializing, and at the core of all this is exploration, asking the question, what's out there? And then going off to figure out the answer for yourself. Mirthwood's map has been carefully crafted to always give you something off in the distance to investigate. Structures and other curious landmarks are scattered about, some offering up rare loot, a new quest, or maybe just a fight with local bandits. But even simple encounters like this could lead to events and decisions with major consequences. Choose to save your friend or leave them to die. And you don't have to be the hero if you don't want to. If you decide to rescue your friend, maybe they'll offer you a reward or put in a good word for you with a powerful ally. If you leave them to rot, maybe you can break into their house and steal all their treasure. Or maybe the entire town will hear about it and shun you. There's really only one way to find out. The seasons will change the landscape as time passes. A drought or an especially harsh winter can affect your crops and the economy. Characters can succumb to disease. Random events will be generated by the game's storyteller, so you'll have to play your hand wisely. You can also recruit companions, animal or human, and I really like the idea of having a pet falcon, which can be used to, quote, gain a set of eyes in the sky. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but I'm definitely gonna go for a sneaky thief archery falconeer build now. Or choose your own noble or not so noble steed to help you get around. Maybe a unicorn if that suits you more. What else? There's the whole building up your homestead thing, which includes growing crops, raising livestock, and crafting refineries to turn raw materials into something a bit more useful. This whole building system here has a grid that you can toggle off and on, so you can place things anywhere you'd like with no restrictions, or you can keep them a bit more organized. The crops you can grow will be affected by the game's current season and the price they sell for by the market's demand. Animals need shelter in bad weather, and entire crops can be wiped out if luck isn't on your side. You'll want to make sure you have some food stocked up for winter because Mirthwood also has some survival elements to it, although this isn't a full-blown survival game. During your travels, you can rest, craft, and cook at campsites and settlements to refill your hunger and energy bars. Some of these places can be upgraded and act as a home away from home while you're off adventuring and probably getting into some trouble along the way. From what I experienced in the demo, combat is relatively simple and kind of slow. There's blocking and dodging. It's exactly what it needs to be for a game like this. And generally, the whole game is kind of slow, or at least it starts off that way. There is a lot for players to learn, so I think it's a good thing to keep it kind of slow in the beginning, and the devs have also gotten a lot of feedback from the demo. I haven't seen anything about expected playtime or an official price yet, but based on everything that has been shared so far in trailers and on Steam community posts, Mirthwood goes very in-depth with a lot of its systems and should give us a variety of things to do for many dozens of hours. The game comes to us from Bad Ridge Games, which is a team of 2 with a few other freelancers helping out, and this is their first game together. They're inspired by RPGs like Fable and Elder Scrolls, along with farming and management games like Harvest Moon and RimWorld. This is looking to be one ambitious RPG, essentially a blank canvas to harvest, socialize, and adventure as you see fit, with a hopefully compelling main story to tie it all together, and definitely plenty of room for shenanigans. Let me know what you're looking forward to most in Mirthwood, and if you have any thoughts about the demo. You know, now that I think about it, there is one slightly small problem here. This game releases one day before Chef RPG. When am I supposed to find the time to play both?